The reishi mushroom was first discovered by Chinese healers more than 2,000 years ago in the Changbai Mountains. Healers believed that the reishi mushroom had potent anti-aging properties, and it has long been used as a talisman of luck, healing, and wellness in the Chinese culture. Ancient Chinese text refers to the mushroom as an elixir of immortality and note secret locations where the fungus was thought to grow. When we skip forward a few thousand years, the reishi mushroom is still being used by doctors in China and many Asian countries for its amazing healing properties, and slowly the rest of the world is catching on. Coming up next, we'll go over 4 major health benefits of the reishi mushroom, dosing, and also a few side effects you're going to want to look out for. You're not going to want to miss it. Okay, let's jump right into some of the amazing benefits that you'll get from reishi mushrooms. Number 1, reishi mushrooms can boost the immune system. All of the current studies on reishi mushrooms are still in their infancy for modern science, but some test tube studies have shown that reishi can affect the genes and alter inflammation pathways in white blood cells, which are critical parts of your immune system. Natural killer cells, a subtype of white blood cells, fight infection and cancer in the body. And reishi mushrooms can increase their activity also. Number 2, reishi mushrooms have possible anti-cancer property. In a study where 4,000 breast cancer survivors were interviewed, 59% of them had consumed reishi mushrooms at some point in time during their recovery. Along with breast cancer, reishi mushrooms have been used to help treat prostate cancer, colorectal cancer, and many others with varying degrees of success. Almost all of this research is in its infancy, so definitely use it as an addition to therapy and not your entire therapy. In cancer, just like a bacterial or viral infection, your white blood cells are going to come into play, and all the benefits for your white blood cells that we already went over are also going to help your body in fighting that cancer away or keeping cancer at bay. Number 3, reishi mushrooms can help with stress and anxiety. Stress, the plague of the modern world. With so many demands on our time these days, from working to raising children, caring for parents and elders, and keeping up with the deluge of global information from countless media sources, coupled with our detachment from the natural circadian rhythms thanks to electricity. Oh, they knew that would keep us up as soon as the first home got electricity. Reishi mushrooms are what we would call an adaptogen. They help us grow stronger in the face of stress, hence the name, because they help us to adapt. The goal is to give us the little bit of an edge so we can accept the stress will always be there, sometimes mild, sometimes catastrophic, sometimes negative, sometimes positive, sometimes real, sometimes perceived, sometimes voluntary, and sometimes external. The strategy for physical and mental health then becomes to support our abilities to respond to the stress on our system so that we are more powerful and resilient the next time an event happens. Number 4, reishi mushrooms can also help with fatigue and depression. Many people who have consumed reishi mushrooms for extended periods of time have reported improved quality of life. In one study, 132 people were examined and given reishi mushrooms for 8 weeks, taken as a supplement, and the researchers found that fatigue was reduced and well-being was improved. And that sounds like the right combination to me. And if that doesn't sound nice enough for you, a similar study was done with 48 breast cancer survivors, and they reported similar effects after only 4 weeks. Reishi mushrooms have many positive benefits when consuming their extracts. However, there are a few downsides, like everything, so let's go over them now. Downside number 1, reishi mushrooms are extremely hard to consume. They're more the texture of wood than the texture of mushrooms, so they must be broken down in order to be consumed. And my, oh my, when you put them in a tea, the taste is one of the most bitter things you'll ever experience. This bitterness leads to the most common side effect, which is nausea and upset stomach, which is reported at twice the rate when compared to placebo. Downside number 2, the side effects when taking the mushroom as a supplement seem to vary based on the dosage form and are not consistent amongst participants. The most common dosage forms are eating the mushrooms itself, drinking it as a tea, or eating the mushroom powder in a capsule form. Most people will stick to one dosage form after they find the one that works for them, because switching between dosage forms can often lead to extra side effects, such as an upset stomach that we spoke of earlier. Downside number 3, there are several groups of people who should probably avoid reishi altogether. These include people who are pregnant or breastfeeding, have a blood disorder, will be undergoing surgery, or have low blood pressure. Okay, let's go over dosing. Now it can be a little complicated with reishi mushrooms. Unlike most supplements, the dose of reishi mushroom varies greatly based on the dosage form that you're taking. So let's go over the 2 most common dosage forms. The highest dosage is going to be required when you consume the fresh mushroom itself. Dosages usually range from 25 to 100 grams, depending on the size of the mushroom. The other, and probably most common dosage form, is dried mushrooms put into a capsule. And surprisingly, when this is done, the dose is 10 times less than when eating the mushroom itself. Most people report having the best effect when consuming 1.5 to 9 grams in this manner. Now that you know about dosing, enjoy your reishi mushrooms. And always make sure to tell your healthcare provider that you're supplementing your diet with them, so they can give you any advice on possible changes to your medication or changes to your supplements that you may need to know. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more content like this, hit that subscribe button. I put out new videos each and every week to help us all stay in the best health possible. Stay healthy, stay happy, and stay curious. And as always, have a beautiful day.